I was looking through yung mga assumptions niyo guys. I was like, grabe talaga kayo sa akin guys. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I know it's true, but how did you guys know? Hey, what is up my family? Welcome back to my channel. Now, for today's video, we are gonna just sit down, hang out a little bit kasi tinatamad ako honestly. And I just want to bond with all of you. A few weeks ago, I asked people to send me their assumptions of me kasi this has been a video that I've been wanting to do for so long kasi so many YouTubers do it. And I was like, I want to know what people think about me. Madaming assuming dyan. Which is okay because syempre, you guys only see a fragment of my life syempre sa social media. Hindi naman yun yung buong pagkatao ko. So, we're here today to address all of those rumors. What rumors? We're just here to affirm or deny. But yeah, we're just here to read yung mga assumptions ninyo and I'm gonna address all of them kung true or not nga sila. So, this is gonna be a trip kasi I was looking through yung mga assumptions niyo guys of myself and I was like, talaga ba? What? Huh? Really? I give off that vibe, but that's what this video is for. Not just for you guys to roast me, but also so you guys get to know me even more. So, let's get started. Okay, so let's start. The first one says, At Sam, I think you're really cool and really pretty and there's no one like you and you're so perfect. Joke lang. That is totally a lie. No one said that. But anyway, let's start with the most common thing that people assumed about me. And that is that I am maarte. And honestly, guys, I'm not even gonna deny that I am maarte because I really am. I mean, look at me. It's pretty obvious. I mean, let's just take this all in. But I think the difference is, although I'm maarte, hindi ako nag-iinarte, which means I'm just really like this. This is how I was built. I love makeup. I'm very girly. I love dressing up. I love fashion, which I think is part of the reason why people think I'm maarte. Also, the way that I talk. I have a Konyo accent. I speak Taglish all the time. My Tagalog isn't great, and I own it. So it's not really a problem for me that people assume that I'm maarte because whoever said that being maarte was bad? I do not recall it being bad. People just put a bad connotation to maarte kasi they think that they're picky eaters, maarte sila when it comes to doing stuff or going places. But ako, I'm very G with most of the things that I do and also the things that I eat as long as it's clean, obviously. And I'm just a girl who knows what she wants and doesn't want to settle for anything less. So, what's wrong with that? And if that makes me maarte, then I am proud to be maarte. So, the bottom line of just being maarte, that's totally fine. You guys can call me that because I really am the man. And in my head, being maarte is totally okay as long as you're kind, you're not hurting anyone, and you're just really being yourself. Then there's no problem with being maarte. So, next. Now, another common assumption that people had about me is that I am high maintenance. And I do admit I have a taste for the finer things in this life. But that doesn't mean that those are the only things that I enjoy. Because I think the perfect example would be food. G ako to eat anywhere, as in literally anywhere. If you guys have seen my series on Mix called Pop Cultured, you would know that I have no problem eating at carts in the street, mga turo-turo. Also, just eating in random places around Manila that I don't even know, like if it's clean or not. Like, I'm really not sure. And also, I think another way that I can put it is when it comes to my clothes or the things that I own. I do have a few luxury things, but I don't choose to buy luxury all the time. I also thrift. Pupunta ako sa mga ukay-ukay. I even steal from my mom's closet, so... I'm still young and I want to save all of the expensive things for when I'm successful and that I have stuff to look forward to in the future. So now I don't really care about those things. The important thing is I actually maintain myself a lot. Aside from my parents, syempre they still help me out with the basic stuff. But for me, like my clothes, my makeup, accessories, all of the personal things, I really pay for it on my own. So I don't really rely on other people. We stand a strong, financially independent-ish woman. I say ish because I'm not fully there yet. Obviously, I'm still building a life towards that. Although I can be high maintenance sometimes, I wouldn't necessarily say na I'm high maintenance to the point that I can't even sustain myself because I'm pretty sure that I can. So yeah. Another super common assumption that people have about me is that I am MATARAY, and I wouldn't necessarily say I am MATARAY, but I can be, especially when I'm hangry and also when I'm tired. And usually those are the times where I'm actually unbearably MATARAY that even my mom complains and calls me a bitch. I mean, I'm only human, guys. Those things happen, and I love food, and I hate being deprived of food. Also, part of the reason why I think people think I am MATARAY is because I have resting bitch face or RBF, and that's just something I was born with, guys. Like, I can't control it. and I just don't know how to fix it because I don't know how to smile at strangers. Medyo weird yon. Imagine if you saw strangers and your face was just like the whole time. That's medyo weird. I would find that really creepy. So that's why I don't smile when I'm in public. But when I see other people, I'll smile when I see... Actually, no. It's weird. Also, if you made eye contact with a stranger and you smiled at them, they might think you're creepy. So that's why I don't do that. I don't know. If you guys have tips on how to fix an RBF so that I don't look as intimidating, then let me know. But very, very big butt. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Once you get to know me, I'm actually really friendly and I'm really nice, and I'm one of the best friends that you could ever have in this lifetime because I'm very loyal. It eventually goes away, my being matara, as long as you feed me and as long as I get to sleep for 8 hours. Yum. I got more than one of these assumptions in my message thing and I was shook. Like, grabe kayo sa akin, guys. Like, what? A lot of people assume that I'm malandi and what? Does it make sense? I can be if I wanted to, but I wouldn't say that I have a naturally malandi personality because yun nga, like I mentioned, I don't like talking to strangers. I'm kind of introverted and I don't really like talking to other people. But if I wanted to be malandi, hell yeah, I can be malandi in a sense that it's not bad, as in hindi ko naman nilalandi yung lahat na gumagalaw. It's more of like if I were single, because I'm not single anymore, and I like the guy, syempre nilalandi ko siya because how else will I go after the things that I want? Fun fact, guys, I was the first one to slide into Kurt's DMs, so... And syempre, when I was single, of course I would make landi, guys, obviously. Like, how else are you supposed to get a boyfriend if you don't take that step? Pero guys, syempre naman, wag niyo naman landiin lahat ng gumagalaw. Of course not. Don't do that, okay? Be wise when you make landi. Choose landi wisely and really commit to it, you know? If you already started it, continue. Panindigan yun talaga yan. Because that's what I did, especially with Kurt. I chose to slide into his DMs the first time and I just really went with it. Pinanindigan ko na talaga siya and now look, he's my boyfriend. We are celebrating almost 2 years of being together, so... I'm choking on my own breath. Hanggang sana all na lang ba tayo, guys? So, syempre, you have to go after the things that you want in this life. So, being malandi is not bad as long as you choose to landi wisely and don't make landi everything that moves because that's a whole different story. Yeah. And since we're talking about love, relationships, and all of that, this one I think will go perfect with this whole topic arc. It says that you don't let your relationships define you. To that I say, hell yes, ma'am, because I really don't let my relationship define who I am. Even when I was single, I didn't let my relationship status define who I was. I was just really focusing on myself. And I'm very, very lucky that I have a partner like Kurt who lets me be who I am. And I'm not the clingy type kasi, neither is he. So he really understands that we both have things that we have to attend to. He has law school, I have my job. Our relationship is there, like it's 24/7. We're there for each other all the time. But it's not that we have to like cling to each other all the time. It's like we'll message each other, but when we're busy, we understand if the person doesn't get to reply right away or we don't get to see each other like every day of the week. That's totally fine with us because we're also individuals. I remember in the early stages of our relationship, Kurt and I were talking about how our relationship has to be mutual growth, meaning we grow individually and through that we get to grow together talaga. And I think it's been really working for us because we've really been focusing on the stuff that we have and it's very separate. Yung mga ginagawa namin, super separate. He's in law school, he's in his own world talaga, and then there's me obviously in the world of content creating and also posting. Through growing individually, we get to grow together and really make our relationship even stronger because we know that we can depend on each other but also we can depend on ourselves, and I think that's one of the best things about our relationship. Now this next one, I was so kilig to get because people assume that I was smart, and I would like to say that being smart is relative. Everyone has their own definition of being smart, so you guys can be the judge. I graduated college from Ateneo de Manila University with a average of 3.32 QPI and our highest is 4, so you guys can judge if that's smart enough for you. But someone also did say that I look like the type of person who doesn't study for a test but gets 100 over 100 anyway, and I'm proud to say, yeah, I'm gonna brag about it. Why not? I really am that kind of person. I hated studying. But wait, to all the students out there, it's really important that you finish your studies even if you hate studying. But anyway, when I was in school, I hated studying. Even my mom would always get mad at me. Palagi niya akong pinapagalitan. Ba't di ka nag-aaral? Bakit nandiyan ka lang? You know, I just didn't know how to study kasi I suck at studying. I really don't know how to study. But the thing about me is, when I'm in class, I actually really listen to mga lectures. And I was blessed with a very good memory. So when I have tests, I usually only review a few hours before the test. Sometimes the night before, but never like a week before. I know there are people like that. I mean, we all have different ways of studying anyway. I I only used my stock knowledge and my memory, and that was it. I just YOLO'd it from there, and thankfully it paid off. Thank God. But don't be like me. Make sure to study because that's important. Now the next one, it was really interesting to me because someone assumed that I'm always put together, and for the most part I think that I am put together most of the time, because it is a great way to fool people that you have your life together. So hacks. No, but really, I think it's really important to care about the way that you look, especially when you leave your house. And for me, it comes easy because I love dressing up. So it's very rare that I leave my house without thinking about my outfit first. But that's just the way that I'm wired. I'm crazy. My mom always told me that it's important to care about the way that you look because other people will make an impression of you. You never know who you might run into. It could be your boss, yung linalandi ninyo, the person that you want to impress, all of that. Syempre, you want to be prepared when those things happen. Most of the time, I usually am prepared for stuff like that, especially in the Philippines. The Philippines and Manila specifically is so small, so you always want to look not even your best, just look decent. But that doesn't mean I wear makeup every day. I don't wear makeup every day. Only if I have to. I'll fix my hair and all of that, but I don't wear a full face of makeup every day. It's more of the outfit talaga. So another one that I want to talk about is someone who assumed that I care a lot about what people think of me, and the answer is not really. I mean, obviously to a certain degree I do care about people's impression of me, but at the end of the day, most of the time I don't really care. In a sense na, okay, noted, but I won't let it affect me in any way because I realized throughout the years you can't really control other people obviously as much as we would like to. There's really no point in thinking about what other people are thinking of me, especially if I'm about to do something and then I think of, oh my god, what if I do this? Then people will judge me. Then there's really no point. As long as you're being kind and you're not hurting anyone, then you really shouldn't have to care about what other people think, because people will think what they think, people will say what they say, and you can't control any of that. And it's really none of our business what they think about us, because you just gotta focus on yourself. It's different from criticism. For example, criticism that is totally welcome, especially like constructive criticism, especially if it helps me and what I'm doing, that's totally okay. But if it's like nonsense trolling or bashing, then ugh, ew, like waste of your time. Don't even, hindi na ako pumapatol sa mga ganon, because it takes so much effort to actually do that. And do you really want to waste your effort on those people? Obviously not. Ew, yuck. So we just move on and try to become better people. Super positive one that I got a lot was that people assume that I'm fun to be with, and I was like, yes, of course. Joke. I don't know. So I've never hung out. Oh wait, no, I have hung out with myself. It's pretty fun when I hang out with myself. So I will take the win. And yes, I am fun to be with. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty much G to do anything naman as long as it's safe and legal, of course. Except for like pet a bird or something. I hate birds. So I wouldn't like pet a parrot or something, or go to the zoo because I hate zoos because they're mean to the animals. Stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'm pretty fun to be with. I mean, I do have friends, so if I wasn't fun to be with, they wouldn't hang out with me, right? Yeah, okay na yan, I'll take the win. Okay, thank you. That is all the time that we have for today. I only went through a few of the assumptions. I tried to gather the most common ones just so I can address them. And hopefully you guys learn more about me and the kind of person that I am. Basically crazy, basically weird, but also really nice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And also click the bell so that you guys get notified each time I upload something new. And yeah, that is it for today's video. I will see you guys next week. And don't forget to spread love, kindness, and GVs. Peace out, you guys!